Good afternoon. Welcome to Who's Tom and Dick? With your hosts, Martin Weavers and Patrick Mortimer. Easter is a distant past memory now, Martin.
God, can't move, I'm full.
Eggs. I've been laying eggs all week. How was your Easter anyway, all right?
Yeah, really good.
Did it all
really
go
good.
according to plan?
Yeah, thank goodness.
Excellent.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been a very good granddad.
All the grandchildren come round and had
Yep.
loads of chocolate, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you sustain,
And
or
I
did
didn't
you have
fall
a
in-
few bits?
Yes, I had one egg and I didn't fall in a pool.
Oh, good. Well done.
Or the splash, what's it called? I keep forgetting.
The spa.
Spa.
The spa.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So,
jolly good. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
My grandchildren had all their eggs, and
Yeah.
it wasn't difficult for me to sustain because they wouldn't give me any. I think they wanted them all for themselves.
Yeah, they do,
But,
these little children.
I can't say I blame them because I'd be the same.
Yeah.
But we didn't get them too many because they get a bit hyper on chocolate. So, and they've got to watch
That's the
their
old
teeth.
E's, isn't it?
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
E's.
Yeah, and the teeth.
And the teeth, of course. They've still got their baby teeth.
Yeah,
So,
that's right, yeah.
just to look after them little tots.
And we all know about having bad teeth, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And bad gums.
Anyway, we've got something. This week we're going to do something a little bit different, aren't we?
Yes, we are, and
we-
I'm quite excited about it, actually.
We're not going to do a joke of the week.
No.
We're going to do jokes. And this week,
Hold on a minute. For the listener who liked my joke,
Yeah.
I'm very, very sorry, but due to popular demand, I think we've got to do something different.
yeah, we're just going to have a bit of fun today. So I hope you enjoy it. During my recent stay in a Norfolk village or seaside town called Hunstanton, in that location, Martin knows it well. There's what they call the biggest joke shop in the world.
Yeah.
And it's full of everything. Amazing. And I went in there and I purchased 2 boxes of jokes. One called Dad Jokes and one called Cheesy Jokes. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a contest here. We're going to read jokes out and we're going to score each other. And we mustn't laugh.
Are we going to do it right now?
No, we're going to do it a little bit later on.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say.
So that's what the plan is.
That shop is fantastic up in Hunstanton.
It's amazing,
It's
isn't it?
got everything. And what my wife doesn't realise is she wants to go away, and Betsy, who's poorly at the moment, she's in at the MOT place. But anyway, I'm going to take her to Hunstanton, but she doesn't realise why I'm taking her to Hunstanton. It's because I want to go to that joke shop.
That's huge. I think that's moved around the corner slightly because it seems to be in a bigger shop now.
Yeah.
There's downstairs and there's upstairs. Well, it's not exactly downstairs. That's halfway down. That's sort of 2 on split levels. But there's tons of stuff in there.
Well, when we was performing up at that theatre there...
Yeah, which is
it
right
was-
opposite.
It was opposite, yeah.
Yeah.
It was huge then. So
Yeah.
if I've grown even... Oh, well, I'm definitely going up in the summer.
I nearly got myself a week there. They got some really nice bits. But
Just get one of those caps with the hair at the side, don't they?
I reckon you'll spend ages in there. But it is a really good joke shop.
Oh, I definitely will.
And I was surprised to see it still there, which, you know...
Yeah. Has it got a name?
That's called the biggest joke shop in the world, I think. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly.
That's
But,
what I was wondering, but... Yeah.
I was telling all my family who came up with me, my 2 sons and Wendy and me mother-in-law, and they were all saying, "Oh, you want to go in a joke shop?" But when I went in there, I didn't have any trouble. I had more trouble getting them out.
Oh, they came in with you?
They came in with me, and they were fascinated by the stuff that was in there. So
Yeah.
something there for everyone.
There is something for everyone in there.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll be doing that a bit later. But anyway, we're just going to touch on something we did a couple of weeks ago, which we did our first live at Sudbury Sporting Memories.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple of emails and comments on that. So,
After 1996 being our last performance together on the stage, and then we went and done that live.
we did. So we're just going to sort of run through what we did on that. So
Yeah.
I'll leave you just kick it off then, Martin.
Okay, well, we're just going to... We briefly mentioned how we met in the 90s and how we formed, really, which we've told you a few times, but so obviously we get new listeners all the time. So we started and we formed a comedy double act after being 2 solo acts. And we were lucky to appear on TV shows in England, like Des O'Connor and Michael Barrymore. And that was when he was at the height of his fame. That was, and everybody wanted to be on his show then, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, but the theatres have changed for us nowadays, and now they're more hospital theatres that we visit. So, unfortunately, But
We get more laughs in there as well, don't we?
we do. But it was our illnesses that brought us back together again. I've had my cancer, which I've had for 2 years now, and I've had my ups and downs. And Pat's been in the hospital to see me a few times, and and he's had his illnesses as well, haven't you? So
I've had 2 heart attacks now, and I'm up to 5 stents in my arteries at the moment. So
any advances on 5?
So 5 stents, yeah.
Yeah, and then we decided to do a Tom and Dick broadcast, I should say.
So it's after me visiting you in hospital that you decided that you'd got to give up your singing career.
That's right.
Because of your lungs, and you weren't able to do that anymore. So
you suggested a podcast,
and I just said, well, why don't we do a podcast? Really, just to sort of give you something to cling on to at the time, because you were quite down.
Yeah,
and
I didn't even know how to do a podcast, did I?
Not expecting it to materialise into anything, and lo and behold, here we are today.
Yeah, and all these people who listen to us, and the celebrities that have been on, and everything like that. And in fact, we've done over half a year's, over 26 episodes, haven't we?
Yeah.
So that's quite a feat, I think, really, to keep going.
Yeah.
Because lots of people come and go with these podcasts, don't they?
Yeah.
So and we've had on the top oncologists, and one of the top oncologists of the country, Macmillan Cancer Support, have been on to see us, and our first celebrity was Joe Pasquale.
Yeah.
And then we had our good old mate Andy Reid, who we did this talk for, didn't we?
That's right. Well, he kicked off the sort of guest list, really, didn't he? He was our very first.
It went uphill from there, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did go uphill. Poor old Andy.
No, he did very well, I thought.
Yeah.
We asked him to talk about himself, and he did for 2 hours.
Yeah. We couldn't stop him, could we?
Sorry.
We only broadcast 30 minutes of it.
Sorry, Andy. We can get away with this because we're recording it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Andy was the first one who kicked it off. And then we've had loads of topics that we've spoken about on there, haven't we? Mm-hmm. Just recently we did the stents, didn't we?
Yeah.
We spoke about dementia, mental health, multiple sclerosis, colostomy stoma bags, cancer, heart disease, all stuff like that. And
It's a really cheerful podcast, really.
yeah, it
when
is
you think
really.
about it.
Well, somehow we seem to put a bit of humour in it without taking the mickey out of people or the illnesses itself.
A light-hearted look, I'd say, is the best way to put it.
There's it's hard to say that you talk about those topics that I've just spoken about, and we have a laugh as well, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
You wouldn't think the two would mix, but it's interesting that we've found with all the guests how they've dealt with their illnesses and all that together. So
I think we get away with it because we are sufferers ourselves.
Yeah.
You know? So we, we're talking from experience to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I've got my heart disease, you've got your cancer. So, we're just trying to provide some sort of motivation to help these people get through their diagnosis and illness and treatment, really.
Well, like you said, it's easy to just sink to an all-time low.
Oh, easily, yeah.
You met your people at that. See, I never went to those forums, so but our podcast deals with a number of issues, and we try to project a positive approach and include motivation. And it also helps to know that nobody's alone. And we talk about our cocktail of drugs.
Yes, yes, yeah.
So, which I'm sure a lot of people are ill on.
Well, that's something we all have in common, isn't it? Heart patients, cancer patients, multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
I can never say that word. Anybody who's got any complaints like this seem to be on a cocktail of drugs.
Yeah. So, well, mine is I have 11 in the morning, 2 in the evening, early evening, and then 2 late in the evening. So that's my little. So by the end of the week, I rattle a little bit. But if it keeps you going, I'd rather keep having all those tablets and all that. But, we have that. Obviously, some had their side effects and all things like that. Mine seems to be loss of memory a little bit. So I don't seem to retain in my memory as much, like a pop quizzes and things like that. They come on the radio and they do it, and I think, yes, I do know that answer, but
I can't remember it.
yeah, so I'm not very good to having a quiz team now. I used to be really good, but as I say, but But one of the most powerful drugs we have is our mind.
It certainly is.
And the famous saying, healthy body, healthy mind.
Yeah.
So, but this can also be reversed and used to your advantage. So,
positive mental attitude, the mind, I mean, that's what we always try to promote on this podcast. One of the most powerful drugs in our armory is the mind. Positive thinking versus negative thinking. Examples of replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts, for argument's sake. Smoking, that's a good thing. Well, it's not a good thing, but that's a good example, I should say. A lot of people want to give up smoking, and the first thing they say to themselves is, I'd like to give up smoking, but I can't. That's a negative thought, negative suggestion. And the more you listen to that and say that to yourself, the stronger that becomes. So you have to replace that with something else. You have to replace that with a positive message. So instead of saying, I want to give up smoking, but I can't, what you have to say is something like, I'm going to give up smoking by Christmas. So set yourself a target, be positive and keep saying that to yourself. Put that positive thought in your mind, and that will slowly replace the negative thought and help you achieve your goal. January in this country is where most people turn to positive thinking. As soon as Christmas is over, we get New Year's resolutions being made. Did you know that gym prescriptions go up 42% in January? That's through people just wanting to lose weight or get fit. And that's another form of positive thinking. But unfortunately, that wears off if they don't keep thinking positively.
By January the 2nd.
January, in my case, yeah. So you've got to have a positive mental attitude. The conscious mind. Now, a lot of people don't realise, but we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. People think that's a load of old hoo-ha, but that's not. A conscious mind is, how can I explain it? It's the mind that does the thinking, the feeling, the sensing, the intuiting, to know and understand. While the subconscious mind holds all your memories, runs your body, your breathing, your blinking, your sleeping, controls your movements and multitasking. Examples of the power of the mind, can be given in various ways, for argument's sake. Now imagine I put a scaffold board on the ground and it's 6 inches wide. You'd walk across that scaffold board without any trouble at all. But suddenly I lift this same scaffold board onto a multi-storey building, spanned between two buildings with a, 2,000 foot drop, and then ask you to walk across that same scaffold board. You'll say, oh, hey, hang on a minute, I'm not going to do it. Well, that's the conscious mind wrestling with the subconscious mind, changing your view about the scaffold board. Exactly the same scaffold board that you walked across, hopped across, done a head over heels across 5 minutes ago. Now, in a different situation, your mind is saying, nope, I can't do that. Can't do that on that same scaffold board. Spiders and phobias. That's another thing. A lot of people have got phobias, and spiders is a good example. Imagine you're a young child playing on the floor around about the age of 3 with your toys, and your mum comes into the room and sees a spider, screams and jumps up on a chair. Now, the child doesn't know what's going on, but that thought and process has gone straight into the back of their subconscious mind. Oh, spider, scare, afraid, must be danger. Father comes in, clears the spider away, and the child carries on playing with the spider on the floor. So that child may grow up to have a phobia of spiders like the mother, because that was so strong and influential at the time that that message was logged in the subconscious mind, and there it sat. So
it's amazing that.
Yeah, and it's a bit like saying the obvious. Grass is green. Well, when you come onto this earth, you're a baby, and your mind sucks in loads of information. And the only reason you believe grass is green is because somebody told you it was green. But if somebody had brought you up telling you it was pink, you'd argue till you were red in the face that grass was pink and not green. And it's a bit like the electric eel scenario. What was an electric eel called before electric was invented? Yeah. So we adopt all these thoughts and processes, and it's all about how our mind deals with this information and processes it. Then I went on to do a sort of a test, a hypnosis test, or a mind control test with the
audience.
Audience, that's the word I was looking for. Statins with the audience. As you remember, it was a raising hands test or a stick your hands together test, and we had great success with that. I can't do that on here, obviously, but you can Google it on YouTube and you'll find the, if you look for the hypnosis hand test, you'll see it on there.
It's amazing the difference sometimes, what people are, and I remember it from the shows as well, when we did them as well.
Yeah.
Difference in some people, how some people were over-exaggerated and other people were just life, nothing, no change whatsoever, hardly.
No change whatsoever, no. I mean, it all depends on how you can tap into the subconscious mind. It's all about suggestion, suggestion. That we always call it suggestion. And if you can have a positive suggestion over a negative suggestion, you put that into the back of your mind and you keep saying it, and that will actually cancel out the negative one.
Yeah.
And as I say, I want to lose weight, but I can't. That's an immediate negative suggestion. You've failed already.
That's me.
Yeah. Whereas if you say, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to lose 2 stone, and I'm going to do it by Christmas. You set yourself
which
goals. You don't have to say which one. But you see what I'm saying, negative thoughts and positive thoughts. You're better off, you're much happier if you can surround yourself with positive people than you are negative people.
Well, I wish I could have my same thoughts about my cancer.
Yeah.
Because I'm determined, to beat this.
Yes.
And I've got so many positive thoughts with this, yet I don't do it for food.
No.
Why is that,
That's probably harder.
Yeah.
Cancer is a new thing to you. That's only evolved in your memory and mind over the last 2 years. So your perception has automatically from day one said, right, I'm going to beat this.
Yeah.
So you've not got too much negativity in your thought process about the cancer.
Yeah.
But food, you've been eating food for a lot of years and you've developed a liking for certain things.
But then I did lose that weight.
So,
and we often wonder in Benidorm if was the startings of me getting my cancer when I actually lost all that weight.
Possibly.
Because I went down to something stupid like, 12.5 stone.
Yeah, but had you changed your diet or were you trying to lose weight?
Yeah, I was on a diet.
Well, yeah. So it's difficult to tell. You'll never know the answer to that. But
No.
You were obviously had a more of a positive attitude about losing weight at that time than you do now. I mean, to a certain extent, weight isn't your biggest problem, is it? The cancer's your main problem.
Yeah.
And anything you can do to beat that is...
And I'm not morbidly obese.
No, exactly.
I'm just...
So most people would say to you, well, eating healthily will help, but that's not the be-all and end-all, The positive mental attitude in you beating this cancer is you feeling good.
Yeah.
And providing you feel good, you'll have a positive mental attitude all the time.
Yeah.
So if your donut or 10 plays a part.
I think with me it's got to be moderate, because I could get a packet of donuts and I'd eat the whole lot.
It's always, and people always say moderation is the key.
Yeah.
And it's difficult when you've got a bag of Maltesers beside you and other sweets are available to stop dipping in. It's like, what you should do is probably take 10 out the bag and put the bag away.
Yes.
Not open the bag and sit beside you. And that's what I do, unfortunately. But so I open the bag and Wendy takes it away.
Well, this is what I've started doing with my things that I have at night times. I have these Snacker Jacks, that's what they're called, and they're caramel flavoured or chocolate chip. And I could quite easily eat a whole pack of one and go and eat the other. So what I'm doing now is taking a few out.
Yes.
Although I didn't last night, but Linny ate some.
Right.
So I didn't eat the whole pack last night.
Yeah.
So they are so nice. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm losing weight because I'm not losing weight, but I'm not eating so many calories because it's not chocolate. Well, it isn't. But the trouble is, if you eat a whole pack of them, they have got a certain amount of calories in them, I know.
Yeah.
And so it's just a vicious circle for me.
It is. I mean, I got last September, October, I got to a weight I'd never been to before. I'd got the heaviest I'd ever been.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've got to get this back off again.
Yeah.
So I started to change my diet a little bit. I stopped eating Frosties in the morning, which was full of sugar, and started having yogurt and fruit and things like that.
But that is nice, is it?
Well, it's not, but that's funny how you become accustomed to it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it now. I didn't enjoy it the first 2 or 3 times. I thought, oh, God, I'd rather have my Frosties. But now I actually enjoy it. That's not a chore anymore.
Yeah.
And so I've had that, and there's various other things I do. I go on these walks as well to try and, burn off a few calories, etc., etc. Then I had COVID for 2 weeks over Christmas. That helped.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can advise.
See, I don't like walking
No.
neither. I can't stand.
But I've got back down to my normal weight now, where I
Yeah.
was, and I'm now maintaining it, which is good. I'm pleased about that. And
Yeah.
I still have all my odd treats now and again, but I
Yeah.
do the walking, and I do try hard.
Yeah, that breakfast thing, I tried that, and I'd successfully done it for a couple of years at least. And I cut out my sugar with me cereal,
Yeah,
and I know it's got it in it, and people are going to say that's full of sugar, but I sliced a banana in it instead,
yeah,
which I'd like to think was slightly better than putting sugar in it.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But you can get these Greek yogurts,
raisins as well. No,
raisins, yeah.
yeah, another thing I put in.
You can get these Greek yogurts that got no fat in them, and what I do is I have strawberries and bananas and all that sort of thing in a bowl, and then this Greek yogurt on top.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, this got us a long way around from talking about hypnosis. And
it does, yeah. So
and
it was just positive mental attitude and towards anything you want to do, and surround yourself by positive people rather than negative people.
yeah.
A lot of us stop doing things in our lives that we would want to do because we're afraid of what people might say or think. You shouldn't worry about that sort of thing. You should go and do what you do and follow your dreams.
And then we had a question and answers thing afterwards, didn't we? And that was
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Quite
But
interesting, really. Anyway, let's move on to these jokes now, Martin.
Are we
shall
going to do this
Right,
part of
so
the
I'm going to get my pen ready, and I've scribed on my scribe here Martin and Patrick.
So it's me versus Patrick.
What we have to do is read these jokes off these cards. Now, I've got the dad jokes, and Martin's got the cheesy jokes. I suppose we should have a... shouldn't we?
For the joke of the week.
For joke of the week.
But these
which
are jokes of the week.
I'm going to read one out,
Yeah.
and Martin's going to read out one out. What must happen is that we must stay poker face. I mustn't laugh at your jokes. You mustn't laugh at my jokes. And if you do laugh, I get a point. And if I laugh, you get a point. All right?
Right, okay.
So shall I kick it off with my first one?
Go on then.
Right. What did the ranch say when someone opened the refrigerator door?
I don't know.
Hang on a minute. This is a bit Americanized, isn't it?
The ranch.
Yeah. Right. Oh, let me start again.
I thought that was going to be the joke answer then.
No.
Hang on, this is a bit Americanised.
Hang on, guys.
I definitely didn't laugh then.
This is. I'm going to start again because it's a bit confusing. Right, here we go. I'm going to change one word in here to make it more. And you might have.
Well,
to
don't do the same joke.
Oh well, I'll do it, and so people know what it was.
Okay, go on.
What did the letters say when someone opened the refrigerator door? Close the door. I'm dressing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. You kick it off
it's
with
not
your
funny.
joke. I know it's not funny. Right.
You get the dressing for the stuff,
Yeah.
for the letters.
I know. I do know.
You said, does it make sense?
Yeah, but I meant you were looking at me glum of haste. I thought,
Oh, right.
that doesn't help with it. You're wearing shades either. You put them on especially for me, didn't
I'm going to
you?
have to wear them this afternoon. Right.
Okay.
Which search engine is popular amongst mice?
Don't know.
Ask Cheese. Oh, we got a... That's not a laugh, though. Not a laugh.
Why do trees seem suspicious on Sundays?
Don't know.
They just seem a little shady. No? Okay.
No.
Your turn. I hope they're laughing at home.
I think I've gone to sleep. What did the cheese say to the other cheese?
No idea.
I smell something suspicious. Oh, we got a laugh there. Suspicious. I think it's the way you say it that makes the other person laugh.
Right, here we go. I've been bored recently, so I've decided to take up fencing. The neighbours said they will call the police unless I put it back.
I like that one.
Oh, yeah, I'll have that one. I messed that one. What we must do is not interact in between the joke and the punchline.
Well, not by saying, I don't know. What did...
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Go on.
Right. What hotel do mice stay in?
No idea. Oh, sorry.
The Stilton.
I've got to give you that one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Why did I jump in? I just told you not to jump in.
I know
jumped
you
in.
did.
Right, here we go. Let's keep at this now. Right. What did the drummer call his daughters? Anna 1, Anna 2.
Well, I have to tell you,
You've heard that
I've
one
heard
before.
that joke
Yeah.
600 times.
Right, okay, fair enough.
On one of our podcasts that we do and live.
Yeah, okay.
It's my go. What is a lion's favourite cheese? Rockwurst.
I wanted to go on a diet, but I feel like I have way too much on my plate right now. I didn't read that one out very well, did I?
No.
No, go on in.
Why did the one-legged clown leave the cheese circus?
I don't know. Oh,
He can't help it, can he?
no.
Because he couldn't get his stilt on. That's a snigger.
I'll give you one for that. Okay.
These are all... I've just realised everything got Stilton and because they're cheesy jokes.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
I thought they were going to be jokes that you think a bit like mine.
I hadn't had one dad in my jokes yet. To whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word.
Why does cheese look normal?
Don't know. I can't stop it. Stop it, Pat.
Because everyone else on the plate is crackers.
You're not getting a point for that one.
No.
Why did the picture go to jail? Because it was framed. There's deadly silence. Deadly silence.
Oh, we ought to have that button. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, it'd get overused, I think.
Do you want to hear a pizza joke? Never mind, it's too cheesy.
What do you call a bear without any teeth? A gummy bear. I'm trying to make funny faces now.
Yeah. Which cheese would you use to coax a bear down from a tree? Come on, bear. Come on, bear.
The rotation of the earth really makes my day. These are great jokes, aren't they?
I think we need to buy another pack. When I go up, I'll buy another
No,
pack.
don't, whatever you do.
How do you handle a dangerous cheese? Carefully.
No, I'm not laughing. What's black and white and goes around and around? A penguin in a revolving door.
Was that in that pack?
Yeah?
What's that got to do with a dad joke?
I don't know. Well, that's a dad joke, I suppose.
My wife was preparing lunch today when she asked, "Honey, where's the cheese grater?" I replied, "Some would say France, others would say England. It depends on your personal preference."
I gave Stevie Wonder a cheese grater for Christmas. He said it was a painful book to read.
That ain't on yours.
Oh, but I got a laugh. I'm going to take that one.
I laugh because you weren't on there.
I know. I had
He's
to,
taking everything he can get here.
I had to say something because you're 3-2 up now. Oh, dear.
Why didn't the cheese want to get sliced? It had greater plans. That's a laugh.
Oh, God, blimey.
I think it's the way you say them, isn't it?
It is. It's a way I tell him. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school? It's fine. He woke up. I'm obviously not telling him very well.
What do you call flying cheese? Curds of prey.
Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged.
Would a smoked cheese grow on a tree? No, but apple would.
Why did the scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field.
I like that joke.
Yeah, not funny though.
Not funny though.
Thank God we've got to 30 minutes, Martin.
Have we? Shall we see what the scores on the doors are?
The scores on the doors are...
It's very, very close, folks.
Martin 4, Patrick 2.
Oh,
We're lucky to get results out of them jokes, to be
I
honest with
know.
you.
We've got a
God.
second leg to come, though.
Yeah. And
That'll worry the listeners.
And they're called Dad Jokes, 100 of the most cringy jokes, that says on the box of mine.
So now, do you want me to do my joke of the week?
No, thanks.
Or do you want us to do another quiz?
No. We'll do Martin's joke of the week, I think. Anyway, it's come to that time of the day where we've got to say goodbye, and I think most people have switched off already anyway.
Yes.
I'm going to put these jokes away, and I'm not going to open them up again.
I'm going to make sure he does that.
But I thought it would be fun,
Yeah.
and it was while it lasted.
Yeah, we found it funny.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you as always, and as always, have a good week too.
Yeah, we'll see you again soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.